I broke out with say.
Oh, we roll. Yeah. But them say lyrics play.
Pon the corner.
Alright then. You know I play da.
Broke out vibes.
Watch a player, yeah. Them a go, no, nah, use us up. Anybody diss the men's, I get gas up. 4 or 5 kicking shot just like soccer. Left with them the men's and chop them like waka. And I'm talking, no fighting, not toss up. But for me own a need for nah back up. Just send them with the chrome when I rust up. Action park, watch her now. Yeah, rise the zigzag, don't bother. Rise up a thing, but taller than ladder. Nuff say them, but them no bother than man and them bother than.
Oh, wait, again, no, bro, gosh. Broke out. Alright then. Yeah. Watch this. Oh yo, one tree, my slang that my fuck up the place. Problem when my song jack no word the opponent. No, them slow like overload laptop. Shoot the gal them my wife up a one now. Crash rate, have a key for the padlock. We stab out the horse in a home. We not have time for reason. And chat, oi. Remember how we say one tree and I wonder. Me humblest, but if them go round the humbleness, 12 gates probably make chest favor. Bench investigators. Picture a flesh crime scene. Yellow tape in a fear. I just squeeze the party till he go clam, nothing no left.
Clam. How we go? Yeah. Gunshot lift boy 6 feet off the ground. When shot bust it now return. Shot like you are the tongue. Left boy in a gully like 30 bun. Make them know we nah go run. Some boy run cause them nah have no gun. My gun store bigger than on the run. Them a ball fi done. Yeah. When we starting nobody can party. Shot me ras it, clot it, blast it. Head only and look like basket. Alright then. Watch a player. Where they are broke out. Freestyle, real style.
Wait there again. Alright. Catch this evil fuck. Right from a run up in a people and chuck this breeze off. Slide run up and buck. Who did that tough up off a cut when 5 shot tough in your gut? Circle mama yard and bund on the up. No a funeral. Black suit off you pack up in a church. 45 the catcher the clutch. Them a sing sweet like piano touch. At up the place now we nah no rush. Friend them a killer member sin no cuss. Remember the time when Siaga bus. Long before Tivoli know the dust. The 44 no rust your big head. Me scope it up and hold it up. Brain expose a dot, drop buff, and soul lift up. A big end, me roll it up, get a hot there. Police a search, but me not there. You me in, I'm a circle, but me lock square. We a top man, dog, we have top gear. Yeah, the black 19, you know the black peer. Who could have big like black beer? Bust a sour belly like a fat peer. Alright then, change me argument, no. 64, our parliament, no. Top gallus, we no fraudulent, no. Have Keisha, Tisha, and Trisha link, no. Now get me DJ, say text me on floor. Now take a sex and go.
Man. Chat up them man.
I broke out with say.
Welcome to Brock Out and Chat. My name is Shawnee B. We like to do things slightly different. We like to have conversations. We don't like to do interviews, but we like to have conversations. We started this last year for Black History Month, but I had the opportunity to hook up a young lady that I've been working with for at least the last 4 years. I actually don't want to tell this story. I want to tell the story when she comes out. She is the dancehall princess, the highest streaming female artist from last year for dancehall. I know that I have many Shenyens in here. Can you please put your hands together for the dancehall princess, Shen Sia? Where's she there? She's coming! Fully in pink. Wagwan Shen.
Hey everybody.
Why so many cameras out already? We are filming this, you know. You can put your phones down and just enjoy the moment. If you are filming, make sure you hashtag this is Brookout. Zain, Wagwan Shen.
I'm here. How are you guys? Including the audience, yes.
Now, we're going to talk about your history and how you got into the game and this long journey that you've been on. Don't be frightened. They're going to ask some questions. Have we got some questions for Shen Sear? No mix-up though, yeah? Keep it clean, no mix-up. So, Shen, I remember... Oh, actually, first of all, how's the UK been to you so far?
Actually, it's been good. Really cold, then hot, then rainy. But I'm still here. You know, I'm enjoying it. I'm not leaving for a while, so...
How was the show in London on Friday and the show in Birmingham?
Sell off.
Who in here was at the show in London? Was it sell off for real or was she just saying it?
Come on, you know I'm not lie. No man. My time here in London and Birmingham, the shows far better than even the last time I came. So that's how I know I'm making progress for sure.
I'm gonna keep it very real with you. I remember the first time that you came over here. It was a good few years ago, and when you was performing, you had a lot of fillers going on in your sets. You were singing one little Bob Marley song here, and
yes.
when you had to do jiggle jiggle, you stretch out jiggle for at least 20 minutes, bring up 100 girls on stage, and that's your 40 minutes done for the promoter. Give me my money, let's go.
That is true. I mean, my catalog has been growing as well, so it's even easier to do my time on stage. So I don't really have to dwell on one song too long. So it's very important to just do the work, get the songs out there, work on them to become hits, and just promote them well. So when we come on tour, it's so easier.
Now, I first heard of Shensia. I think it was a live audio from Coppershot Sound System. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see if you remember it. It was a pool party. And they asked you to come and perform Jigger Jigger. And when you performed, they introduced you as one of Ramesh's new girls. And I think at the time, you wasn't even into the whole performance thing. It was like you were stiff and all the rest of it.
Why? I tell you, I truly am talking now. No, but I feel like you might exaggerate. I was so bad. Listen, I was bad to a point that I couldn't even watch back my performances.
Seriously?
Seriously. Because I know once I go on stage, I'm just like, they're shaking. My mentality, everything is nervous. My whole body.
I want to talk about before you got into being an artist. Let's talk about your upbringing. What part of Jamaica do you come from?
Well, I was born in Mandeville Hospital, but my parents, they resided in St. Elizabeth. So everybody from my family, they came from Harmony House, St. Elizabeth. So, I lived there for the time that I was born until about 3 to 4 years. Then I moved down to Kingston, Papine side.
Okay.
Yeah. In between, I went to school in between Augustown and Papine.
Near Sizzler place.
Yeah, yeah.
What was a young Shensia like? What was you interested in?
I was doing a lot of games. I played a lot of games with my neighbors because I lived in a scheme like. So I got to have, a couple of friends over. No boys, strictly no boys. And I couldn't even leave the house.
Seriously?
Nah, my parents were really strict. I grew in a Christian home.
Oh, seriously?
Yep.
Is that where the singing started?
And look at me now.
She sing about foreplay. Imagine, whoa. Scary. Woo.
Listen, but the good thing is though, you know the right from the wrong. And I think that's very important than to not know it at all. You get me? But yeah, I played a lot of games. I grew up strict. I had to, go in the dictionary, pick out words, form sentences with them, pronounce them, spell them for my auntie all the time.
So we can do a spell check with you right now.
Yeah,
we could have a spelling competition in here.
Yeah, I was really good at spelling.
Seriously.
Yep.
I know that's a Jamaican thing as well, like making sure that you get high grades and you're top of the class and you're that number one speller in the family, in the class, in the school.
I grew up with that too, but I couldn't always beat my cousin. She always came first.
Seriously?
Always.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have a brother, but I didn't grow with him.
Okay.
He migrated to Detroit.
Okay.
When I was younger. So I only saw him like twice in a lifetime.
Oh, seriously?
Yep.
But does he know what you're doing now?
Of course.
Is he proud of the little sister?
Yeah.
100%.
But I would say we have a really close relationship though, being the fact that the distance and I was so young, he was so young, we kind of grow completely different.
Okay. So when was you first introduced to music? Did you know at that young age that music is something that you wanted to do?
Yes, from ever since, I was listening to a lot of Michael Jackson, a lot of Beyonce. I literally grew up on Rihanna's songs.
Seriously?
Escape, Pussycat Dolls, all of that. Watching Rising Star was a thing in Jamaica.
Okay.
I used to live on that show, watching it 24/7.
So Rising Star, is that like the equivalent to our X Factor in the UK or The Voice?
Yep.
Did you ever aspire to want to go on one of those shows?
Listen, I auditioned.
Are you serious?
Yes. As I finished high school, actually, I auditioned. But the thing is, I didn't know that it was so hard to get on. You see the things on TV, but it's really completely different in real life. So I went there and I had to pass through 3 preliminary judges. And I passed through all of them.
So did you get onto the live TV shows?
So here one, no.
Wow.
I sang about 3 different songs because they want to hear, different ranges. And they said, Man Down is the perfect song for me to sing for Anthony Miller.
Anthony Miller is Entertainment Report.
Yes.
The biggest,
Yes.
one of the
Him
biggest.
the real feisty one on the show, I'm
right,
telling you.
yes.
And I don't know what fly up in me see Anthony face. And me go up there, go sing one whole different song that I don't even know the lyrics to.
You got scared. He shook you.
Listen, everybody was so scared of Anthony Miller. I'm telling you, I went up there and sing a whole different song that I was supposed to sing. And I knew that if I sang the Rihanna man down, I probably would have had a chance.
You would have had a chance.
Why the man just tell me come off my stage, yeah, man? So,
you got run off of the stage? Oh, no.
I hate this.
Have you had that conversation with him since
I
that
have,
time?
but he's not going to remember
He
me.
didn't remember. He chose not to remember. He bet
Probably.
wrong.
I don't think he remembers though, because I feel like I look completely different than how I did.
Okay.
Yeah, at the time. So I really don't think he remembers. But even the first time when we did our interview together for ER, I was really, really nervous as well. He was really trolling me, I'm telling you. But I have to big him up because even now, me and him have a really good conversation anytime we link up.
So you mentioned Beyonce. You mentioned Rihanna. Obviously, all the obvious female names that inspired you. When you was listening to those tracks and those artists, did you know you wanted to be an artist at that time? Was that the seed that was sown?
I always said to myself that I'm going to become the next Rihanna. Literally. But no, I have my own flavor. But from them time, I literally said, like, I feel like I'm going to become the next Rihanna. And it's so weird because even now, people are actually saying that. But I'm saying, is it that they see the same thing that I saw in myself years ago? Because it's so coincidental that they chose that name to compare me with.
Do you ever get fed up of that comparison?
No. Anytime anybody compare me to anybody at all, I don't get offended.
Now, what is strange to me, knowing that you grew up in Jamaica, you are Jamaican, the music, the culture is all around you, that I don't hear you mention a female Jamaican artist.
No, man. Because when I grew up, and in my times, as I said, I grew up strict. I couldn't listen to dancehall music.
Seriously?
Seriously.
But what's the difference between what Rihanna and Beyonce they must sing to?
Yeah, because, they will
nice.
say they mask it.
Okay.
Them not gonna say skin out and broke out. They're not gonna say that.
No. Broke out, expression without repression. We put a spin on it. Okay, thank you.
At that time, they're not gonna sing that, even if they're singing about sex. I could not listen to dancehall music.
Seriously.
Me I tell you, it's real Christian family, me baptize everything. Yeah. So, may I be honest?
We shouldn't laugh at that. We're meant to applaud at that. She got baptized.
At that age, I didn't have any dancehall influences. I wasn't exposed to dancehall, really.
So when was you first exposed to dancehall then?
In high school. That's when,
you broke out.
Yeah. Yeah. I broke out with the expression. You get me? Because in high school, up to my years living in Elston Flats, that's a scheme. I had to move out of my house that we lived in for over a decade. Right? So by that time, I started high school. I just started high school. And then I had to move. So in that time, I didn't have a set home.
Okay.
I had to move around, catch up my uncle, then stay at the next uncle for the next month.
Why?
Because my mom, the financial situation, it started getting rough because we didn't expect it and it just came on like, yo, we got to move.
Oh, damn.
You get me? And it's not like we were paying rent or anything at the first house. So being the fact that, we have to look at, extra, wherever we can get some extra money for, start over living, that's the thing. It got really, really hard at that time, my time during high school. So, I had attitude too, growing up. So with my aunt, I would stay there for a while and then she's like, no, you can't take a behavior. So you're going over to your uncle in Portmore, then I went up to Stony Hill, then Golden Spring, then Hagley Park. So
was you changing school every time you was moving around?
Nah, I was just changing locations, not school.
Like to go to Portmore is at least a half-hour drive to come back into town.
So I have to be waking up extra early. And even when I was residing in Golden Spring, I had to get up like some real 5 o'clock in the mornings, even though school called at 8.
Wow.
Because we have to have devotion before we leave. But right after devotion, we find the broke out bus them. You get me?
So was you one of them that was changing in the bus and all the rest of it?
No. But I was one of them that loved music so much, I didn't take a bus unless the music was banging. Like literally
So
banging.
You have to explain to us. See, if you've never been to Jamaica before, explain what the buses are like in Jamaica.
Coasters, that's a real big buses.
Right.
Not like JUTC, the coaster buses. Them full of pure color. If I catch your eye from afar, lights, and I'm talking about lights that you see on the trailers. Yeah, to show that we are coming. You get me? You see it rock from side to side and lean one side to the next. Music, buck.
Did you have
Sound
a
system,
specific?
bass,
Did you have a
everything.
specific bus that you would wait for? Like, am I bus that?
It depends, because at that time, you will have a set bus that's running for this week, and it's at the hottest, and then one next bus come on the road next week, and that get all of the attention.
So what are the songs that you remember from the bus that make you say, I might sang that?
Cartel, come breed me.
Oh, no.
May I tell you, I might sing that
Look at the baby. Look how she's looking at
I
you
said,
like,
breathe.
no.
Like inhale and in
Don't
out.
say that, please, Shansia. No. Oh, you never see her. She's sitting right at the
She
front.
knows breathing, what breathing means. Inhale in and out. What are you implying?
Carter, breathe me. Mouth to mouth resuscitation.
Exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, that was one of my faves. So that's the time that I actually exposed to dancehall music now.
Wow.
Yeah, all of the spice them and the ladies saw heels on. You get me? Yeah. Yeah.
You're saying that with like authority, like
Yeah, because I'm telling you, it was something completely different. And it was so exciting because I was never exposed to it from before all my years. And I lived in Jamaica.
How did it make you look at Beyonce and Rihanna and all those?
Why
after
me part
you-
them for a little while? You
You said the cable, you never need the cable no more. You're
I
working
park
with
them.
local.
No, but even at that time, no. Being the fact that I had to move around, my family was so weird. We didn't even have cable. You get me? It was just straight internet. And it wasn't even Instagram at the time. It was strictly Facebook.
I hear that.
Yeah, enough no Facebook friend.
So, you've got the interest for the music. When did you really start saying, you know something, maybe I can do this? Do you remember the first time that you was like, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to pen something, I'm going to write something?
I tried when I was about in 8th grade, but I couldn't even finish a verse. I don't know why. I just couldn't write. So I said to myself, all right, how I'm going to do this? Because I want to be a singer so bad, but I don't know how to write a song. So is it that I'm going to have to depend on people or sing over other people's songs like what I've been doing for how long? Singing about Rihanna's songs and
Oh, so
all
you
that?
had been performing in different places?
No. At that time, that was the time I tried to write a song, but it couldn't work. So then, we at school, I know might sing other people's songs so people will hear the talent, but not raw talent to say, yo, is an artist that. You get me? So I would sing 1 and 2 songs in the dome in high school, or in church and the choir, or even solo when I was doing just a solo piece. But that was where I got, my experience from. And that was where I learned the notes, how to get melodies, harmonizing, everything about that. Because I do harmonize my own songs even now. You get me? So church has really taught me a lot. And I was in a group where I would be singing one note, my cousin would be singing another, and my cousin would be singing another. So you have to really focus on
what
your
was being
note
done.
and what was being done to really coordinate and make something great.
Could we have all phones off, please? All phone are ring.
And an iPhone,
A thunder. Head up on thunder. You all right, sir? Late comer. So we're trying to plot the journey. So you're at school now. How well did you do at school? Answer correctly now. I got a baby.
No.
right
I
here.
did really well at school.
For real?
Yes, because I was one of those people. I was one of those students, as a matter of fact. In every school, I feel like you have people that really want to be artists so bad. They're always on the corner, DJing or freestyling or something. But for me, I just normally just sing when lunchtime comes, before class or after school. Or if you have a free period or something. You get me? So I always focused in school because I told myself that, yes, I really love music, but I don't think I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna have all my life to do music and to learn music. But high school, I only one age. From 13, then you go 14, then you go 15, and you have to learn everything, in that period.
What did you want to be when you was at school?
A singer, an artist.
That was it?
That was
you
it.
never had a plan B?
No, yeah, I had a plan B,
What
but
was the plan
late
B?
to be a police officer.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
a great vocation.
No, not you. I'm really rough and tough, you know. Not you see me say no, like literally, I said I wanted to help enforce laws, but that still wasn't the goal for me. That goal came about when I told my mom that, Mommy, I want to become an artist. And I was still in high school before I even got my CXCs. Sat my CXCs, I told her that I wanted to become an artist. And they're like, no, not become an artist. Choose something else. You get me? So that's when I started saying, all right, what am I going to do now?
Do you still hold those principles of wanting to become a police officer at that time as you are at this age right now?
I have other subjects to become a police officer, to even show you.
Seriously?
Yes.
But are you still in that frame of mind that you want to enforce the law? I'm only asking because I don't want to do nothing funny around you. I just want to make sure that's all.
I would if you see me in the uniform. But for now, you know, I'm an artist, so I'm being so unruly right now. So I can't even say. But, you know, even in my job right now, my career, I still not to try overstep boundaries.
Okay.
You know?
Foreplay.
Yeah. You're a man. You can't deal with Shani, you know.
So, when did you first step into a studio? What was your first venture in?
I first stepped in the studio literally after I had my son. I had my son in 2015.
2015?
Yeah.
How old was you when you had your little boy?
I had him at, I think, 18.
Okay.
Yeah, 18, 19, 20. Yeah.
So you had finished school,
Yeah, finished school.
got your grades,
Yeah, got
passed
my
with
grades.
flying colours.
Passed with flying colours.
What was you doing when you left school then?
I went to college. Because no, it came again with my parents. They're like,
You
all
have
right.
to study something.
Yes. So they're saying, all right, you want to become a police officer. Even though you have all your subjects to become a police officer, we don't want you to turn a police officer.
I wonder why.
So I'm saying, Jesus, you know, as a kid, you know, you feel like they
Your
know
dreams.
they know what's best too. And you get me? So I'm just there listening. I'm like, all right, what the next plan? So they sent me to do tourism in college.
Travel and tourism.
Travel and tour, accommodations, all of that.
You know, there's two subjects, yeah, that you do when you're unsure of what you want to do in life. Travel and tourism
Yeah?
and media studies.
Yeah,
Hey,
social studies,
and,
practically.
And I never went college. I just left after school. But all of my friends, travel and tourism
Yeah.
or media studies.
Listen, may I tell you? So I went to college now, and the first year, because I was studying for the associate's degree. So the first year, they really exposed us to a lot of different fields for us to major in the second year. So I did a lot of cooking, baking, culinary arts, you know, accommodations, the travel and tour, the flight attending thing, all of that, the laws of entertainment too. So then I said, but wait, I see them have an entertainment aspect, you know. So I went and checked it out and I said that, all right, this look like it get close to music. So I'm going to major in entertainment.
Right.
But in the second year now, I didn't finish, but I started it. So what they were teaching me, I was like, no, not really this moment. I want to become an artist. But, you know, they had us studying the laws, managerial stuff, entertainment management.
Does this help you now in what you're doing?
I didn't finish. I literally did like about 2 months.
That was it?
That was it because I had to drop out based off, you know, financial issues.
Okay.
So I said that, all right, fine. Even though it's not what I expected, I was still willing to learn because I feel like later on in life, it could come in handy. And nothing beats learning something and knowing it. You get me? So it was morely about teaching you about music and how to handle it. And people can't go around you a certain way. That was it, but I still didn't get to finish.
When you had your little boy, I forgot his name actually.
Rogero.
Do you not follow him? Jeez, on the proper Shenyang's here. When you had him, how did it feel to you at the time? Did it feel like, oh, my life has just kind of stopped because I've just brought a little one in and I've got to give all my time to him? Or did you have that support network around you to continue to do what you was doing?
Well, you know, the first time, a lot of people in my family were talking like, yo, you're going to do this to yourself, you're going to mash up yourself, whatever. It's going to be so hard. You're going to want to go places and you can't go because you're going to stuck at home babysitting. Why you do this to yourself at such a young age? And they were there cussing and cussing and cussing. And I just sat there looking like, because may I tell you, being the fact that I had so much faith, it's like I was so broke because I literally from my old job, after I drop out of college, I got a job. And I saved up 100,000 Jamaican dollars, just that alone. And in a Jamaica, that not really last long. So I'm there with just that in my account, and I said, why? I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm just not fretting, and I don't know why.
But even to save 100,000 in Jamaica is a mean feat.
Yeah,
That's
because...
not a joke.
Yeah, that's the thing. I made sacrifices, because I love my son from my find out I'm pregnant. I walk from half a tree, go straight to Linders Road, work every morning and evening, saving $200 just alone for bus fare. You get me? I eat from my yard some crackers and butter, wash it down with a little Kool-Aid, breakfast. So I wouldn't have to spend a lot of money.
Did you feel determined to win? Because even your family was looking at you like...
No, I in that moment, I didn't care. You get me? I was just doing what needed to be done. I'm not doing it to prove to anybody. Because as I said, in my head, I had so much faith. I'd be like, God got this. You get me? Me and God got this. So that's always how I was in that moment when I was pregnant.
So knowing that you're doing this course for 2 months at college, and it's got the word entertainment, by doing this and the travel and tourism and whatever, is that how you linked up with Ramesh? Or?
No. When I had my son, when I went back starting to looking for a job, that was after 3 months. I left him at 3 months. And then I found a promotional agency. I was working with them for quite some time, but I wasn't really 100% comfortable because of the lack of concern of my safety anytime I was on a gig. You get me? So one night I was on a gig and I saw my friend who was also in college with me. We knew each other from that time. And she said, why are you with this agency? We want you to come over to my agency, because she also worked as a freelancer, doing school and doing promotions. So I said, but I'm loyal nevertheless, so I'm not just going to get up and leave. You get me? And being the fact that I have my son, you can't really expect me to just drop something and I don't know where I'm heading next. So I was there on that job and, in the night they told us that the drive that was supposed to pick us up not gonna come for us. And that was like 2 a.m. in the morning. And I lived in the ghetto.
And when you said promotion, let's get this right. This is a...
Handing out flyers.
Street
Banding
team.
people when they come in for events. All of that. Promoting anything that the agency needs to be promoted. You get me? That's what I was doing with that agency at that time. Looking pretty for corporate companies, hosting, all of that. So they told us that, my drive is not going to come for me and I live in the ghetto. So I'm like, how is this going to go? Because I don't have any money really to even call a private taxi.
Taxis don't drive into the ghetto after 1 o'clock.
No, but even my ghetto, not even a car can't fit in the lane. That's how about that.
Serious?
Yeah, it's really narrow and it's really, really dark. And it takes some time to get to my little boardhouse where I go.
Jeez.
So you get me? So all of that, I said to my friend that, listen, I text her the same time, same night, because the event finished, so everybody had to go home, but she had her drive. So I texted her and be like, I want to come to your agency. I want to see what they're about, because you said them treating her nice and whatever. So I want to see and set up a meeting. So she did. Ramesh was her boss at the time. So I met with Ramesh in February, late February. Yeah.
Was this 2015, 2016?
2016.
2016.
Late February. And then, we met him and he was talking to me about what I needed to do and whatever. So I started working for him. And when I went there and I worked for him for a couple of months, I saw that, whoa, I really rate that boss here, because he treats everybody like family, treats everybody like on the same level. It's really like a family thing down at Ramesh Entertainment. And I did really love that, because coming from where I was before, we never really had that. You get me? So the vibe and everything there was just really nice. And in terms of food, it makes sure so we eat before we go on the jobs. You get me?
We see all this on the Instagram.
Yeah.
We see all of this play out. Is
No.
it for show or is it for real,
No, literally for real. And I remember one time...
Everybody get roses at Valentine's.
Yeah, no, it's
Everybody
real.
get Christmas presents.
That's how he's always been. And that's what made me admire him. Because I'm like, yo, for a man for know say he's a boss and he treats everybody with the same respect. I really look up to him for that. You get me? He's real, authentic. I remember one time I went to work so hungry till me literally have to say it out of my mouth. Say, Ramesh, I'm hungry. Buy me one box food, please. And he literally bought me. I will never forget that day. Never. And he won't ever forget it either. Being the fact that where I am now.
So Ramesh was still on the come up at that time, even though he'd been doing a lot of work for
Him really
corporates
but
and all the
still
rest
when
of
it comes on to promotion.
to the promotion
yeah,
thing.
and clothing.
'Cause that's when I heard everybody chatting about Ramesh Entertainment.
Yeah.
Ramesh Entertainment. Ramesh
That's what he was
Entertainment.
really doing.
That's what he was kind of doing.
Girls, dancing, all that. And he was known for that. But then when I was, still freelancing as a promo girl, I said to myself, I want to do music. So in that time, when I was with my son for the 3 months, I don't know if there's a lot of mothers here, but you have to wake up some 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning to get a baby the second and third feeding. Because I gonna come crying.
What about the dads that wake up and do that as well?
See, he knows it.
That haven't mastered the art of.
And I was a single mother too, so it was just me. And sometimes I couldn't go back to sleep.
So you was waking up, getting up, going
Mixing
to
the
work.
bottle, then buying back to bed. And then sometimes I just couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm saying, what me I gonna do now? 3 o'clock in the morning. Me and up in and sit down here and do nothing. So you know what? I am going to try to write some songs. So that's when I started writing.
What was the first song that you wrote?
Perfect Side Chick. That's the name of the song. Yes.
Obviously, nothing ain't changed then. Do you want to give us some lines from that? Do you remember some lines from that?
That's the thing. I'll never remember it. I think it will come back to me probably at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. I would definitely give you some lines. But that first song, I wrote it from the heart. You get me?
Was you a side chick at the time?
Yes!
Serious?
God knows.
You're honest, boy.
Not at the time, but I went through an experience with it.
Seriously?
Yeah, at that time.
You was what is a perfect side chick?
Why?
She don't complain.
It,
She don't call after hours.
in my book at the time, me and a guy were together from before, but then it ended up so we left, and then we try get back together, but him did start get a woman after that now.
Okay.
So me just have to did it because we're still in love and whatever, but the circumstances have changed. It has changed, so me there on the side now, I'm just there. You get me? I wasn't that before.
I will want your lyrics to that song. Trust me.
Yeah, so I wrote that song in the middle of the night, and then I got my friend to record it for me, and we put it up on Facebook, and it went viral in a week.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm saying, but wait, this is my first song I've ever written, so it looked like I can do a little thing. Yeah, because people respond well to it.
Okay.
And I did it a cappella, you get me? And I put it up, on social media. Someone said, all right, look like now is the time when we can actually uplift myself and uplift my vocabulary and my writing, everything now. So even at those nights, that I had to wake up, I would be writing almost every night that I cannot sleep.
Serious?
Yes.
Have we heard any of those songs materialize into songs that's in your catalog right now?
Wine was one of them.
Okay.
Yes. Protect My Oja, that hasn't been released, but it's on the EP.
Okay.
Jiggle
Jiggle is one of those.
Yep.
So Jiggle was your first release, yeah?
was my first song ever recorded.
First song ever recorded.
Yep.
Tell us about the session.
Boy, at that time now, when I was broadcasting all my stuff on social media, Ramesh was my boss, yeah? So he too got videos. And he too saw my videos on social media. So we had another meeting saying he wanted to manage me. So I'm like, all right, me have no problem still, because being the fact how I see you treat me and every worker that you have, I feel like we'll actually make a good team.
And I don't have to hand out flyers no more.
Actually, I still was handing out
serious?
flyers. Yeah, I was still working as a promotional girl even in that time. But he saw potential in me and he saw greatness. So one night he sent me the rhythm, Jigga Jigga rhythm, and I finished it the same night. I stayed up from about 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning.
That was your opportunity. That was your chance.
But I didn't know where it was going to go. That's the thing, because I didn't know Ramesh to be a music man. You get me? I just know him as a good boss. So I wrote my song and I brought it the next day and we started to record it. But being the fact that I didn't have any experience, it didn't go too good. I was dropping off beats. I was either running leave the beat, dropping off the beats, way behind, can't hold a key. So it was just really frustrating. And I got so mad. But what? I came back the next day. I'm going to say, no, I'm not give up. Me had to beat again, though. I went in the studio the next day and I got it.
You have a very determined spirit, it
I
sounds
do.
like.
Remember, too, I see a son by my side now, too, Before, I didn't really go for the dream even after college because I was so shy. But when I had my son, may I tell you, it's a different confidence. It's a different bravery. It's either I'm going to go out there and say, yo, if you don't like my son, I just saw it going on.
Do you remember where you were the first time that you heard Jiggle?
Yes, in the hair salon. 7 pull-ups it got from ZJ Groom. Yes, me remember
Was you
everything.
rocking out in the hair salon? Yeah, Jiggle that
you
one.
hear that song there? I mean that, I mean that, strictly. 7 pull-ups.
What was the rise from there, from that song? Because obviously Ramesh is a very influential character in the streets, and he's definitely you was part of that team working the streets.
Yeah, well, they still didn't know me. It was just like kind of bit like of an opening, because some people, they would hear the song, but they couldn't match a face to it. But before, Ramesh used to bring the track around, before it even got on radio. He let all of his artist friends, his producer friends listen to it, and they're like, yo, it's full of lyrics. We like the song, whatever. Then he showed them a picture. They're like, nah.
Hot girl.
Yeah, she didn't sing this song.
Can't work.
Because, if you guys know Jiggle, it's kind of really rough, raunchy. You get me? And then, this young brownie, them now put the face to it. So even then, I was still doing promotion because nobody knew who I was. So I was there still doing bottle service with Ramesh at the time, doing Dream Weekend. All of that. Yes, and Jiggle play, and them didn't even know I say a little old me. I sing the big song. You get me? So I was still doing promotions and everything, and then, remix. Young Emmy got her song.
Yes.
And I remixed that as well. And then we put out the video. People start say, all right, Ramisha push her real hard, so they start getting familiar now. But not 100%. It was probably about like 50-40% still. And then Ludi came about.
With Mr. Cartel. And that song there.
And even when Ludi came out, I saw him still.
You're very slick right there.
Right, it's true.
He's very slick right there.
They didn't really know my face still because it was just the audio that came out first.
Okay.
But the song was really big.
Ramesh is a very persistent character.
He is.
When he wants something and he knows that it's going to work.
In everything.
What was the plan when you sat down with him at the very beginning?
Well, I think it was...
Or was there a plan?
Nah, we just said to ourselves that, yo, we're going to do this. We're going to take on a whole new venture. It was a new venture for him and it was a new venture for me. And he was doing music from before, but I think he kind of break it for a while. Mm-hmm. So with me coming, he had Ding Dong there before, but Ding Dong was, doing his own thing in the studio.
Was it kind of scary to see the way that somebody had so much... He believes in you next level, like next level. Did that come with a certain level of responsibility from yourself?
Actually, no, because I was so determined. I felt like responsibility are not me just I forgot hard regardless. You get me? So it wasn't just say, yo, Ramesh put all him faith in me, I forgot prove him right. No, sir. Me have to prove it to myself, brother. Me I got there now. Me I got there real hard.
What was your family saying, knowing that?
They didn't believe me that I was doing music.
So what was the response when they heard Jiggle?
My mother never liked
Oh.
it. My auntie never liked it.
Seriously?
Remember, so Jiggle is kind of raunchy too,
Yeah, what about Ludi then?
Yeah, you get me? They never
Even the
liked
videos.
Never like it at all.
Mommy don't watch the videos.
My granny. What? I grew with my grandmother at the time in St. Elizabeth, and I used to go to her, when we were living in Elsa Flats for summer breaks. Because my granny, I love my grandmother, Me and my grandmother really, really close at that time, because now she migrated as well to Detroit. So, yeah, she really didn't like it either, because she was really one way would have pulled me to Pentecostal church at sunrise.
How did you explain it to Granny then?
I just told her, I've always been outspoken. That's the thing.
Right.
I've always been blunt. Always. So I just tell them, say, yo, this may I do.
How do they accept it now, though?
My mother now tell me it's the 3-inch her favorite line. So you must know. And that's from foreplay.
So what has made her change her view?
Because she see the success now. She see,
money I run.
I'm tell her all the
I
time. I tell her all the time. She see it now. She sees that when I'm on the road, everybody give me a really positive response. You know, she see I'm like a shengings them, I forward up, you know, give me words of motivation, words of kindness, everything. And she's just here smiling now.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So knowing that Cartel was your artist from the first time that you're jumping on the bus and you're hearing that song, Come Breathe Me.
Breathe.
Breathe, come breathe me. So knowing that Cartel was an artist and you've got this song with Cartel, what was the emotions that you went through?
Boy, to be honest, you know, when I did that song, you know, being the fact that, you know, Vybz Cartel incarcerated and everything, and that song I did it from a long time. And the producer link Ramesh and say, yo, we like the sound of your artist. We want to put her up on it. I really was just excited that I was on a track with Vybz Cartel, you know. I didn't know that it was going to bust that big. Yeah, we know it's a cartel, but me never expect it to reach so far. You get me? So I just did the song, do what me did for do, quick and fast. It up
Did
real
you
quick
did
in
you
the
not
studio.
put no extra work in it? No, it says Cartel, got a world boss.
No,
this
man,
and
that's why I
this
put
is
in,
your
that's why I put
opportunity.
in some punch lines as well. Because remember, I said I modify some of the lines and change up some of the lines completely.
Okay,
you
and
know.
change up.
Yeah.
Oh, so he had written, because I know that there was a little bit of controversy over this song and everything.
He
online.
wrote.
So you tell us what happened.
He wrote the song.
He wrote the song.
Recorded it.
Okay.
So unique had the song.
Yes.
And they sent it to me and said, yo, we want you to do over the song. You don't touch the chorus, just do over the verses. I mean, I said to Remy, say, because some things were repeated as well in the verses.
Right.
So I said to Remy, say, I don't really want to repeat nothing, you know. I want to put my own touch to it as well. You get me? So I come up, I change up some of the line them, you know, about the jack clap like convention, all of them, me put in them things that come here to say, yo, this have to go well hard. But I didn't know where it was going to reach because, as I said, it's my third song. You get me? Me never expect for bust so fast.
So did Cartel have to clear the song before it went out, like, with the changes?
I don't know if he even heard it before, back after, because I know, you know, him and So Unique, I think they had
a little
some,
issue.
Yeah. So I didn't know what the politics behind it was. I just got it and did my thing with it.
So that was a song that really launched out in Jamaica. When the video dropped, the visuals was like real good visuals as well, real good quality video. How did that change your life day to day in the streets of Jamaica? Was you the little boardhouse girl still?
Star in the ghetto.
So you were still living in the ghetto?
No.
Oh.
At that time, star.
Real
in
star.
the ghetto. Me I tell you. Because that's how, when the audio released, you know, I say, yeah, people know the song, but them still can't put a face, really. But when the visuals came out now, them are like, yo, you know the bee who live on the road? And she sing that song, yeah. Could walk, got the road, because I used to walk go out on the front and buy some box food. Couldn't do it again. People not stop calling my name. So I say, all right, look like this, a fame, you know. Want to say people, I just so we don't know, famous.
Did it all change for you off of the back of that song, would you
And
say?
I was still doing promotions, nevertheless.
You were still out
Yep.
there handing out flyers.
Yep,
So you're handing out the flyers. Oh, you had the girl who sing with Cartel.
I remember, you know, DJ Frost had to be the one say, yo, Ramesh, you know, make the beat stop the promotion.
You see? Is that
because
you?
I didn't mind as well, you know, because I loved my job. Because I did so well.
So you was getting double money. Money for performing and then money finding out
Even
flights.
didn't really start performing yet. Because the song's so big, really and truly, it just take time to spread it way across Jamaica and over the Caribbean.
Wow.
Yeah.
How far did that song reach for you?
Boy, the first place I came to perform was England. So, you know, it reached real far. Yeah, the first time I ever got on a plane. It was to come
Seriously? The
England.
first time you jump on a big bird?
England,
You come?
Talk truth. Well,
For
far over 6-hour flight. I'm proud. Yep. I mean, I tell you, on that whole
I didn't
6-hour
know that.
flight, I didn't even sleep. Come here, look outside and say, yeah, wagwan. Cloud. I'm up here. Ramesh, let me said me, I dead with sleep, but I don't sleep because I was so excited. It's my first time going on a flight.
What was your first feelings of UK when you touched down here?
Cool.
Like now?
Cool.
You always come at the wrong time of the year.
Why? It was really, really cold. I mean, the fact that I come from hot Jamaica, I never really experienced none of this before. When I step down, I say, yo, you know, say literally, I could have just stayed in my freezer.
It is cold.
It's really like a freezer in the whole entire atmosphere.
So I'm trying to think, what show was that you came for?
I don't remember, you know. I really had to go back to that. I don't remember, but I know we did a lot of interviews.
You came by the studio. But
Yeah.
that wasn't the time. No, it couldn't have been the time that you did Carnival. Somebody
No,
asked.
no.
Who was the person that asked?
No, I think
when you're
Carnival
gonna-
was my second or
Yeah,
third time
that's
here.
what I'm saying, yeah.
Back, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I don't remember the very first show, but I definitely have all the pictures so I can really go back and find
Now,
it.
answer correctly. Do you have the best Shenyangs in the UK?
In a way, in the UK. What a man I put me on this. I have the best Shenyangs, period. Listen, okay? My supporters are really, really crazy and I really love them. And you can tell because almost every single thing I post on social media, you see Shenyang on it.
100%.
That's how much gratitude I have for them.
Because this is the first place that you came to, do you have a special love for the UK?
I have quite a few experiences with the UK.
Go on.
My first time,
Yeah.
you know, coming to the UK is my first time ever traveling.
Right.
And my first time when I actually broke out a shyness on stage because remember me I tell you say shivering, mentality, everything
Yeah.
was in Birmingham, UK. And from that time and I did Birmingham
Is it because
show.
they made you feel so welcome and so comfortable?
That was exactly it. Because I did the show with Dexter Daps. And I was there behind stage saying, yo, what me I go do? What me I go say?
I remember that
I really
show.
Dexter
But
Daps
that wasn't the
them
first
come
time
by
that you came here, though.
No.
I was just about to say.
No. I'm talking about
When you're- when you're broke
performing
out.
wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me I say, yo, them people are come for Dexter, you know. You get me? So I was really still nervous. But when I went out there, every single thing I said I was going to say just flew out my head. And I started to bring out my true personality on the stage. I start say things I never plan for say and I get forward. But me body, you know, man.
It wasn't planned out.
It wasn't.
Because sometimes I used to be able to hear in your head, now I've got to say this, and now I've got to do that, and now that I've got to move on to that. Did you ever, like, was you want to stand up in practice and say, to build your confidence when you was growing? How did you
No.
build that confidence?
No. Oh, well, entirely
Yeah,
as a person,
overall,
I was
yeah.
always confident. As
Okay.
a person.
But for the
always
stage,
confident.
for
But
the
for the
stage,
stage,
yes.
no.
How did you build that confidence for the stage?
That's the thing, I'm telling you, from
It
the
just
warm
came.
welcome
Just the warm
that they
welcome
gave me
alone.
in Birmingham. Because as I said, I was always confident as a person. But on the stage, I've always felt like I had to overthink what I'm going to do. Because so many eyes looking at me, I have to watch every single thing that I'm going to say. You get me? So it was that warm welcome that I actually released my true personality on the stage. And it worked. So from that, every single show I did.
What's the
just for
most
myself.
enjoyable time that you've had in the UK? The one thing that you enjoy doing when you come here?
Going to Little Ochi. I don't know if you guys know that place. But
Where's
the
the food? You're craving, you know, shit.
Yeah, me very craving.
No. Is she craving? Like, she very greedy. innit?
No, people who really love food, they can't say them craving. No, everybody love food, right? All right.
Where's Little Ochi? That's a very big plug for Little Ochi.
I don't know the exact location, like which area, but I know it's in London, though. It's
Big up Brixton. Big
yeah.
up South London in the place.
Nah,
Are you
Little
doing the video
Ochi-
for them right now? He's going to get free food every time he goes back in there. Respect, Bridget. Respect, Bridget.
Little
Respect.
Ochi is the place, I'm telling you.
Now, somebody asked about, who was it that asked about Carnival? She was going to be performing in Carnival. It was you. You missed out at Rampage. What year was it? 2000 and...
Where are we now? 2020, 19. I think it was 18.
Yeah, 2018.
Ah, see?
Poor-
Yeah.
You don't go Jamaica
It was
for
2018.
Carnival. Was it 2017? Right, well,
17,
Gully B
yeah,
says
thereabout.
2017. Tell me about that experience, because you know, say Carnival is like the biggest
It was
thing
massive. That's the biggest carnival I've ever been, even up until
ever.
now.
When you climbed those ladders and you went up to the top and you
Yeah.
saw like 12,000 people
Yeah.
stretching out to the back, what did you think?
Boy, I just want to say, please, don't forget the lyrics. Don't forget the lyrics. Sometimes it reach me, no. I'm telling you. Like, I'll be on stage and forget my own lyrics.
No.
Ask Ramesh. See over there, literally.
Where's Ramesh?
People can literally think that I don't write my own songs because of the anxiety that I have. Sometimes it does happen.
You get overexcited whilst you're up on
Overexcited
stage.
too. But, you know, at Brookout, at Rampage, I really enjoyed myself because, you know, I knew you.
Right.
You know, I felt comfortable there. You know, people in UK, they're really are quite lovers of dancehall as well. So it was kind of a bit, you know, comforting. But I enjoyed myself. I enjoy myself still.
Now,
But the walk in.
Oh yeah.
My
But
God.
you will never be able to do that again now. Like you will
I don't want to do it again.
No, there's
The
absolutely.
walk-in
You
was
reckon she
crazy.
can walk through Carnival now? Absolutely not. You never. I think, yeah, what happened to Spice were they?
Yeah, mama, know what happened to Spice, for sure.
It would be a problem. It would be a massive, massive problem. So when you've gone back to Jamaica now, obviously from 2017, everything has just been rising.
Yep.
Rising. What is the kind of work that you have to put in? I know, big up Ramesh over there. When it comes to management, most probably one of the number one managers in Jamaica puts it in for the team. You're going to be biased.
No, I'm not. Ask anybody down there.
Why would you say Ramesh? We're going to give 5 minutes
Because
to Ramesh.
I feel like Ramesh changed the game as a manager. Because now them not going to say, yo, artists bad and this and that. They might going to talk about your management too. Because of what they saw Ramesh has been doing, have done, and has been doing now, as a matter of fact. Because him actually set the bar for be a good manager. For no say, yo, it's not only on the artist alone. You have to have a good management team.
As a radio DJ, as somebody that goes to Jamaica and does so many things out there, it's important to have a good team around you. And it's important to be able to have a link man like that makes it work just like that. Would you recommend somebody like Ramesh to many of your peers and colleagues and friends in Jamaica?
Except sometimes me kind of afraid, you know, because, you know, more things him have to deal with, I less him focus for my career on it. But yeah, I mean, I've always showed, you know, gratitude to Ramesh as well. I've always been thankful from the very first time I meet Ramesh. I remember everything, our journey coming straight up.
And you've been part of a camp that has all risen together.
Yep.
Because TJ is probably the last signing to the camp as in a big name.
Who is big
Yeah,
now.
yeah, as a big name.
Yeah.
But Ding Dong.
Ding Dong was there. Even when I go to parties, me not leave until me hear my brother song them play. Because when film time come on, you know, the party turn up, you know. Everybody are dancing, man. And worse, the songs that he's been dropping for the last 3 years, them are shell. It half a playing at the dance them.
Do you have dancing classes at Ramesh Entertainment to make sure that the whole team like knows what's going on?
Trouble.
So that means that you can dance, but Ramesh can't dance.
Ramesh.
Nobody ever in our history see you fling your shoulder in a Ramesh. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it at all. But me and TJ, you know, we try a little.
Now, I saw TJ the other day on the gram. He's showing off, like, because all of a sudden he locked the
He
fling.
have moves, you
Like,
know.
he lock it. No, he have a little style when we cut the brow fin, the brow
Yeah,
fin.
the brow fin fingers.
Do you think being in a team like that has helped your rise as well?
Of course, you know, everybody worked together. Even from the very first start, when I joined Ramesh Entertainment as an artist, I was at 12,000 followers. And everybody on the team, Ramesh should have make them blast my page from now till night.
Do you get frightened of the numbers that you see on your gram? Because the last time I look, it's 2.1.
Nah, I don't get frightened because it's always in my head like, all right, we need to go up now. We need to go up now. It's never in my head like, yo, we there a certain level, you know? No. I don't know why. It's always like, we need to go 2.2.
Now, the reason why I'm smiling when you say that, because she said something to me on my show on Thursday. And she said, Shani, you know, so sometimes we used to do all kind of madness on the gram just to get the attention from like the local gossip site, them and the vloggers and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Speak to me about that. Why would you do something like that?
Because, you know, it brings attention. And once you have attention, your music gets heard and your music gets seen. Your videos, everything. You, as an artist, you circulate, people see you, and then when they see you, you can make them know what you actually do right now. Whichever songs that you have coming up or whichever songs that you have just released, it's like an introduction to them when all the attention is there on you. So it's easier.
I like the music. My thing is about the music and the talent. Do you not feel that that's enough in 2020? Do you feel that you have to do that?
No, because we're in a social media world now. If you lock off social media entirely, then it would have to go back straight to CD and thumb drive and going at the dance every single night. But social media has become like so popular now. Everybody wants them to do a song, then just upload it straight to YouTube. Them even gonna perform it for now because you still gotta just hear it on YouTube for a couple months before you even get to see the artist. You get me? So social media has been really, really important, especially for me.
Do you not
I've
feel
used
that
social
takes
media.
away from the music sometimes, though?
No, because once the content is going out and it's good, then I feel like no matter how you look as a person, if your music not good, you still not gonna get the reaction or where you want to reach with the music in the industry. No matter what, because what you gonna do? Yeah, you look good, you're swagging and everything, but you're gonna go on stage, sing one song, and then what you gonna do for the rest of 30 minutes?
So, what do you say then? The video for Blessed. You see how she smiled when I say that? Was you teasing people and winding people up and asking that question, putting that doubt, putting that question in people's head? Is that what Blessed was all about? You could cue the music if you want now. You're slacking, Ray.
Nah. Blessed, I knew we have that song for quite a while under the wraps. You get me? But being the fact that I was always, a person that, just takes social media for fun. Like, literal.
Could you not tell him, what is he? Like, lock it off.
Yeah, for Blessed, we had that song and we were like, yo, this is a new level because, Liquor Shensi are now collab with somebody international.
But you built to that, though. You did build to
definitely.
that. Like, you put in the records out there. Sheng Yang Anthem was like a monster record before we got to that.
For sure.
I told you at the time that I think that you breathed new life into that rice grain rhythm for Chimney and Jordan and them. And they don't usually have rhythms that struggle, but I think that rhythm was slightly struggling at the time.
But Sheng Yang Anthem really
Sheng Yang
shot it
Anthem, like even the video for that, people was talking about the whole stylings and all the rest of it. Do you enjoy shocking people in that manner?
Yeah, I do. I take it for fun. I do. Yeah. Like, literal, because that's the thing. That's when everybody asks me, yo, how you deal with all the hate on social media? I don't deal with it. That's the thing. I just don't focus on it. It's just complete fun to me. I will block people because that's the thing. If I see too many negative comments from even just one account, I just simply block them and move on with my life. That's what I do.
But knowing that you've put the bait out there, you've gone fishing for them to react, you know you're going to get that hate, though.
But listen, you know what actually make me can stand controversy?
Go on.
The Vibes Cartel controversy. When the Gaza fans them come at you, man.
And
you
I
want
know.
to kill yourself in the brother.
I know.
No, me I tell you.
Gaza Nation
It's serious.
Woo.
And from my sister, I could have deal with that. Then I just start say, watch here, no.
So who's the second baddest set of fans after Gaza Nation then? Where did the Sheng Yang, when the Sheng Yangs them come in at this?
Honestly,
do they run out and defend you?
That, Unruly come after that.
Unruly next.
Yeah. I don't know, but when it comes down to things that are posted negatively, I wouldn't know if my Sheng Yangs are underneath it because I don't go on it. I don't go underneath it.
Okay.
No. If my sister negative from the get-go, me now click on the comments. The only way you will get me to read a negative comment is when I post something normal and a couple of haters underneath it. That's the only time I get to read.
Well, I'm sure that must be a plan from Ramesh as well, guy. Say he's the king of promotions.
Yeah, he is.
It's a promotion plan, and it worked.
Yeah.
Because now you're signed. Now you got the label deal. Rich Immigrants. Give them a little blast at the chain.
Hey.
Lord.
Rich Immigrants.
Rich Immigrants.
Records.
Interscope Records. So you got Rich Immigrants chain. Where's your,
I have the Ramesh Entertainment chain on me.
Yeah, you got a Ramesh
below
on
over a new one.
Oh, a new one.
Yeah.
Extra ISIS.
And below over Sheng Yang as well.
So first of all, could we get a round of applause for Shen signing that deal? Like, to know where you're coming from and to know the length of time that you've done it pretty fast, like 3-4 years, with a good solid catalogue as well, good solid performances. You've put yourself in that marketplace. What does it mean to you to be signed to a major label? Does it really matter that much in 2020 to be signed to a major?
If you want to go international, I would say it does matter because the world is a very big place. And like Jamaica, where me and Ramesh and the whole Ramesh Entertainment team can actually have our own section. You get me? Jamaica small, we can drive, go way over this and promote. If you're going international now, you have to be looking at different countries that you want to get your music into. So I feel like if you want to be international, it is important to sign to a major label.
I think when you did the international thing and you got signed, even when I was watching some of the reports coming out of Jamaica, I think it was near Portmore that they had a big sign up of you, a big billboard.
Billboards,
and even people was talking about that, like, where them get the money for do that, why them go do that for, why you have to see. Sometimes I don't think that Jamaica understands the importance of promotion in that kind of level.
I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. So Ramesh set a different game and put it on a different level.
Blessed, big record. Very, very big record. How do you think that's worked for you in the mainstream?
I feel it has been an introduction.
I've gone into like a couple trainer shops and I hear it. I may go into a TK Maxx and I hear it. You know what I'm saying? Little spots like that.
To me right now, you know, I take my career at this point as me starting over. Because you know how I would say was something that, you know, people would say, yo, this girl, she named Shensia. But when Ludi come out now, them see Shensia. Blessed to me is like that. For the mainstream and the commercial and overseers. Blessed is an introduction to a whole different audience. A whole different type of people.
What kind of people have you seen coming to your pages now?
All of the famous people, them 21 Savage, Drake,
Jeez.
Rihanna been listening to my music.
Jeez.
And it's so crazy because to know that I've grew up listening to a lot of Rihanna music and now she's listening to mine.
She knows who you are. Have you met her as yet?
No, not yet.
You haven't been called for the album as yet?
Well.
Oh! what you saying? What you saying?
We had some, you know, talks with, you know, getting some songs there. But yeah.
Also, there's been a little discussion and everything
Yeah,
like that.
but nothing too deep, you know. Because, you know, I don't think I want to say this, so I'm not going to say it. But
I know you want to be sky's
her
the
people
limit.
link me, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you want to be sky's the limit, but what do you want this deal to really do for you? Where do you see yourself?
I want to be an artist, you know, that is completely huge to influence others, people like myself who I was at a younger age that everybody telling me that, yo, artist, don't be an artist because it's going to be too hard, which is something that I loved. You get me? Music is everything to me. I want to influence others, and even as a female, because, you know, in dancehall, them say, yo, it's a male-dominated industry. And I, here, as a female, doing it regardless of what the naysayers are saying. So I want to influence a lot more females, hence why even in my songs, you hear a lot of female empowerment.
There's a lot of females doing it in Jamaica right now. Have you lot had like some from a private meeting that you didn't invite like the dancehall, the male dancehall artists to and say, we're going to overrun this thing for 2020?
Nah.
Like, I feel that you lot have had this little meeting.
I don't focus on that though, to, you know, plan to overthrow. You get me? No, I just do my thing. I focus on getting my music up there and getting it better, my writing skills better. So I also want to be an artist, you know, that can really put dancehall music on a different level as well. Mix it with some rap, put it in a trap, put it in a pop. You get me? That's my focus.
Well, you've done that with a new single. Who in there like the new single?
Exactly, so that's the start.
I like the new single. The single is sweet,
It's a
trust
start.
me. So we have got like 10 minutes to go. Maybe 15. They got 15? Ramesh? Oh, yeah. Time I run. All right. So, couple questions. Alika, is it in red? Alika first? Yeah. Can we get the mic over?
Aye.
There's a mic, Alika. You want to ask your question?
I love.
I believe my question was, how do you feel about being such a huge representation within Jamaica at your age?
I feel really good because even when I go out in the world, people classify me just as that, a representative from Jamaica. And it feels good to know that a young girl like me, where I come from so much and doing so much things behind the scenes before I got to fame, I actually get a little breakthrough. And I'm actually doing good with it, representing dancehall, bringing it worldwide. More worldwide than how it was before.
True that. DJ Styler. Where's DJ Styler in the fifth row? Styler. Do you want to ask your second question first?
No, it is. I don't even remember my question. The second one. No, I remember the second one still. Yeah. So the second one is, are you single? Asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend.
Are you remember the second question?
Yeah, no, I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for
Nah,
a friend.
I am 100%
You are-
single.
all right, cool. All right, cool.
I'm going to ask you a question for you. The reason why I've done this like that, because I had a mix up with Uno, you know. So I'm making sure I've got all the questions. How easy is it to balance mum life and work life? What are the challenges that you face?
It's easy because I don't put on a front about it. I showcase them I have a youth from before we even got deep in the career thing, the music. Showcase, make everybody know from start. some other youth. And it's easier because of technology. Because every time I'm touring, every single day, I talk to my son via FaceTime. So.
Amina, where's Amina? Hi, Amina. Do you remember your question? Hey, I'll pass that to her so she can ask the question herself. Can you read your own handwriting?
Oh my God.
Okay, so will you ever collab with any female Jamaican artists in the near future?
Of course, I want to do one with Spice.
Jeez.
Yeah.
How come you haven't done that already? Because when
The
I go
time,
around
you
by
know.
Ramesh Entertainment, Spice is just in there. She's like, Shani, put away your camera because
I'm not.
you're just here with the family. Put no camera, no interview.
I'm not
and
there
you're
when
just
she's
chilling.
there, though.
But I saw you both in there the last time. You remember when she was doing the birthday party? That was about 2 years ago still.
Yeah. I remember her birthday party.
Yeah, but you was there doing an advert with her. Don't you remember?
No,
you
I
were,
remember.
and Ding was in there.
The only time I remember when me and Spice was in the studio together was when we just a launch out as me being an artist, and she came there and she gave me some motivation speeches, and letting her listen to my music, and she starts say, yo, you have to deliver it so man, deliver it confident and whatever. You get me? But apart from that, I don't remember having a time where we can actually have time to do a track.
Because you're
She's
both so
always
busy.
touring.
She's always touring for
Yeah,
her.
and I'm always touring. And then when she did Jamaica, I'm out in the world.
Could you promise us that for 2020 though? Do we want that promise? Yes. I think it's good for dancehall as well. Just to see her with Sean Paul.
As I say, I don't know what me really know, so I'm not gonna make a promise what I cannot keep. It is, in the talks.
Okay.
But we can't gonna know if it's gonna be released this year.
Okay.
That's what
good,
I can say.
Good. Yes, Cat. Where is Yes, Cat? Do you remember your question?
I tried to. Hi, Shansia.
Hi.
Hi, Johnny. Let's see if I can remember.
Being on a social active on.
Yeah, that's it. Being so active on social media. Like, I'm sure everybody in here is on Instagram and everything. How do you deal with the foolishness sometimes that you get in your DMs, the mentions you must get, the tags?
Oh my
How do you deal with
God.
that all?
I feel so bad when it comes on to mentions, because the fact that I can't repost every single support I've been getting from people that have the time up to even video a song that's playing with them, even jamming to it, them just snapping that my music is playing somewhere. I feel bad the fact that I can't repost all of them. So that's the only thing. But I do go through my DMs and I answer. Yeah, not everything. If I don't see them, I can't answer them. But I do answer DMs. Yeah.
Three more questions, Ramesh. Three more quick questions. Am I right, man? Westwood, I'm a boss.
3 more fast.
Tell Westwood you was with me. He's all right. He's all right. We're pals. From last year, me and Westwood are pals. That. We're pals. All right, cool. 3 quick questions. I got a good one here from Dion on the 5th row. Dion, do you remember your question? Let's get the mic over to Dion.
Hi.
Why is it important to you?
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do to get to where you want to be. It's very important to me because, in the industry, a lot of people say I have to have affiliations. Yes, to get this or to get that, when that has never been the case for me. I've always been working hard. And even before I met Ramesh, I met a couple of producers and stuff, and they really wanted to get into stuff with me, and I got up and I left, even knowing that I wanted to become an artist. That's just to show you that you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Forget anywhere where you want to reach.
And one more question from Taz. Where's Taz at? Could we get the mic? Do you remember your question, Taz? You should remember the question.
Well, Shansia. So my question was more about what is and why, and what is the thing you dislike the most about the industry?
Dislike. I don't like the fact that them not really give you the credit where you deserve. Yeah, they're always trying to downgrade it in some way, even though. Because the reason why I say this is because, some big artists, they might do so much for the industry. And as soon as something bad happens, they're just like, the artist said, no, he man nothing. You get me? They just treat them like nothing. That's what I dislike the most about the industry. And what I love the most is just the people that love the music. When you go out there and you perform, and you know they're real dancehall fans, are really fans of yours, the excitement, the reaction, the way they're singing back the songs, that's what I love the most. That's what I look forward the most, even when I'm writing songs. I imagine performing them, how it's going to sound on stage.
And these are the fans that you're talking about in here,
Yeah.
innit? You're real Shenyans.
Real Shenyang.
I want to say thank you very much.
Thank you for having
Shenzia.
me.
We wish you all the best for 2020.
Thank you.
I know that we don't have to wish it because I know that you put in the work.
No, I still wish it. Me want it.
But
See me, I still wish it.
when you have blessings, you have to work for your blessings.
Yep.
And I know that you put in that work for your blessings. So once again, I just want to congratulate you. Thank you very much for coming down to Brock and Chat. Shenzia!
Thank you, everybody.
You can't go eat your jerk chicken now. Quick and fast. Thank you, Ramesh. People, could you bless up Ramesh for me as well? Boss man.
I broke out, we say.
Yeah, this is the boy Wingy, straight from Kingston, Jamaica, Havana. Yeah, Sean, you know, I tell the people them want to go on about Panda Corner Freestyle.
What's good, it's your boy Shawnee B, and this is Burkout. But why am I here right now? To tell you about our brand new freestyle format called Pun the Corner. Whether it's a corner in Jamaica, whether it's a corner in America, whether it's a corner in the UK, wherever you see these mics and you have a freestyle, it's all about Pun the Corner, representing for This Is Burkout. You know what Shawnee B said, send the youth them go a road. So whether it's upcoming or established artists, Pun the Corner, we're there Pun the Corner. This is Burkout.